Okay, so today we're diving into a topic that is just absolutely essential for any apprentice: professional boundaries. Seriously, think of these as your personal toolkit for building a safe, respectful, and, successful career right from day one.
You know that feeling, right? That weird kind of pit in your stomach feeling when an interaction just feels a bit off? A lot of the time, that's actually your internal alarm system screaming that a professional boundary might have just been crossed. And knowing how to recognize and respond to that feeling, that's a total superpower.
So, here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to break it down into 4 key parts. First, we'll get on the same page about what boundaries actually are. Then, we'll look at how they show up with different people you work with. After that, we'll get into spotting the red flags, the warning signs. And finally, and this is the most important part, we'll give you the actual tools you need to protect yourself. All right, let's start with the absolute basics. When we talk about professional boundaries, what do we really mean? Well, at its heart, it's all about those invisible lines that create the very foundation for respect and safety at work. Think of them like the agreed-upon rules of engagement for your job. These boundaries are what keep a friendly professional chat from turning into something, well, uncomfortable or weird. They make sure everyone's role is clear and that you and everybody else can just feel secure and focus on the work. Oh, this quote just nails it. It's perfect. Just like any healthy relationship in your personal life, the ones at work need rules to work well. And boundaries? They are those rules. They would keep things clear, fair, and positive for everyone involved. And here you can see exactly why those rules are so important. See, boundaries aren't about being standoffish or cold. They're literally a form of protection. They guard your personal space, they protect your emotional health from unnecessary stress, and this is a big one: they safeguard your identity as a professional who's just starting out. Okay, so let's get practical and see how this all plays out in the real world. I mean, the way you interact with your manager is going to be totally different from how you chat with your colleagues, right? Well, boundaries are what help us define and navigate those differences. This chart breaks it down so well. Let's take a look. With a manager, it's all about training and supervision, healthy stuff. It crosses a line when it gets way too familiar or dependent. With a tutor, you want guidance and support, not late-night texts about their personal life. And with colleagues? Yeah, supportive teamwork is awesome. Feeling pressured to go out for drinks or listening to off-color jokes is not. And this brings us to a really crucial point: power dynamics. Look, your manager or a senior colleague just has more power because of their job title. It's that simple. And that means they have a bigger responsibility to keep things professional. And for you, it means you have the absolute right to say no or to raise a concern. I know, it can feel super intimidating, but you need to remember you can do that without worrying it'll blow back on your career. And hey, these rules don't just vanish when you're online. A tutor trying to add you on your private social media, a manager sending messages at 11 p.m., those are digital boundary crossings, plain and simple. And it is 100% okay and professional to say something like, "Hey, can we pick this up on the work email tomorrow?"
So, how do you actually know when a line has been crossed? Well, this part is all about learning to listen to that little voice in your head, to trust that gut feeling.
This is so important. That feeling deep in your gut that something's not right, that's not you being too sensitive. It is a valid, reliable signal that you need to pay attention to. Seriously, your instincts are your best first line of defense. We also have to talk about how, in some very serious cases, repeated boundary crossing can be part of a manipulative pattern called grooming. This isn't just one awkward moment, it's a process. It often starts really small, maybe with extra flattery or special attention that makes you feel singled out. Then it can move on to creating secrets, isolating you with phrases like, "Let's just keep this between us." Recognizing this pattern is absolutely critical to stopping things before they get worse. Okay, we've defined the lines, we've talked about the red flags. Now for the most empowering part: how to actually stand up and protect yourself. Sometimes you don't need a big, dramatic confrontation. All you need are a few simple, polite, but really firm phrases. These aren't aggressive, they're just clear statements about your professional limits. Just having a couple of these in your back pocket can make it so much easier to respond right in the moment. Let's just get one thing crystal clear, because this is where a lot of us get tripped up. Setting a boundary is not rude. It's an act of self-respect. It tells other people that you take yourself and your job seriously. You could even say it's one of the most professional things you can do. So what if someone just doesn't get the hint? Well, you don't have to deal with it on your own. The process is pretty simple. First, just acknowledge to yourself that this behavior is not okay.
Then, you talk to someone you trust, like your training provider or the safeguarding lead. And remember, reporting something isn't about getting someone in trouble. It's about making sure the workplace is safe for you and for everyone else.
Because, at the end of the day, that's the whole point. Professional boundaries are the building blocks for a workplace where you can actually learn and grow and do your best work without feeling scared or uncomfortable. It's exactly what you deserve.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. What's one boundary you're going to set this week? It doesn't have to be some huge dramatic thing. Maybe it's just deciding not to check work emails after 7 p.m., or politely changing the subject when a coworker gets too personal. What's one small, professional line you can draw to protect yourself this week?